Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Man open left side is Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis. And then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson, the defense's fear.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, Peterson dances by him, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now a carry for Perine. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 4th down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, 40 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ben to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We've got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8. A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at Philly and Jacksonville in London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota. That should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need a win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5 in a row. But the Vikings quietly have won 3 straight and seem to be getting their footing on defense again. And how about Green Bay? They had the week off this past week. Big win over San Francisco at home on a Monday night. They now head out to face the 7-0 Rams in Los Angeles. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you meant. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now it's Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Washington Redskins, they've been kind of an under-the-radar team. And now they're in the first place in the NFC East after surviving the Cowboys 20-17 on that late field goal off the upright, Charles. You're getting ready to have them this week against New York. What do you make of this Redskins squad?
Well, they're a very veteran type of a team. Alex Smith, the quarterback. Adrian Peterson, now their lead runner. A number of other guys sprinkled in there. So they're not the youngest team that you've ever seen, but they're a team that's powered by getting after early leads. Go and look at their season. If they lead early, they win ball games. If they get down early, they don't come back and win games. So that's their formula for success. Fast starts, playing with leads, and then it's tough to run the football against some of those young defensive tackles in Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hey, lock in.
They give it to Peterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They'll try the air now with Smith. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
I said, fire, 80! 51 to fight, boy, 51.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
3 down. Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey.
Again, Peterson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey. Regular.
So that'll back him up 5. Peterson. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And that'll set them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll run for it. Peterson going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Adrian Peterson as good as they come, but here he can't get the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They start with a give to Connor. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. On the left side, it's McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with Connor, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
This will be caught by Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches, holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Connor. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Now, rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Got some room at the 30. Adrian Peterson. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And the clock will now stop.
Yeah, for real, it's real for real. the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. With the paper, see them lames later. Can't save her. Her stepped out, now she's saying what she really think. Really think, really think. Open accounts no matter where we at. There and back, eyes barely open. I never it once and she two. That means it's can't. But my explosive, train to go, my chain to glow. Everything you see I paid for, gang or croak. For real, for real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining for real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal.